The Dodgers have re-signed Joe Kelly, and we've got the details. That's coming up next here on Dodgers Dugout.
It's time for Dodger baseball.
Strike three. Dodgers have won it all in 2020. Mookie Betts cranks it left field.
They're going to make big signings. They're going to make impact trades. I don't care how many times this team rips my heart out, I'll never stop loving the Los Angeles Dodgers. Think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out. Hey, what's going on, Dodgers Nation? Doug McCain here. My friends call me D-Mac. You can follow me on X and Instagram at DMac_LA. If you haven't yet, do me a huge favor. Join the party. Subscribe to the Dodgers Nation YouTube channel, the #1 Dodgers YouTube channel in the game for news and rumors, breakdowns, interviews, and more. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. And if you really want to support the channel, smash that like button. And as always, some of your takes down below in the comment section. Today's Dodgers Nation question of the day: how do you feel about the Dodgers bringing back Joe Kelly on a one-year deal? We're going to get into the details. Do you hate it? Do you like it? Do you love it? Let me know down below. And for all the latest Dodgers news, head over to DodgersNation.com. So welcome back, Mariachi Joe Kelly. Joe Kelly and the Dodgers have agreed on a one-year deal. He will be back with LA for the 2024 season. It was first reported by FanSided's Robert Murray, who tweeted out, free agent reliever Joe Kelly and the Los Angeles Dodgers are very close to an agreement, according to sources familiar with the situation. All indications are that a deal will get done. And then Robert Bradford of WEEI in Boston tweeted out, can confirm Joe Kelly and Dodgers have agreed to terms pending physical. So we don't have the specifics of the deal, but I'm assuming it's something in the $7-8 million range, possibly. I mean, you look at the club option that the Dodgers didn't pick up at $9.5 million with the $1 million buyout, maybe something in the $7 million range. So, look, the bottom line, it's going to be a one-year contract, no such thing as a bad one-year deal. And you guys know I've been pushing for this. I've been talking about the idea of having Joe Kelly back. The day after the season ending, I said the Dodgers would not pick up his club option, and then they would try to circle back and try to get a deal done. That's exactly what has happened in this situation. So, look, I know Joe Kelly is someone who has dealt injuries. There's no doubt about it. If you look at the injury history, it hasn't been good. I mean, he's been on the IL 8 times in the last 4 seasons. 3 of those trips to the IL, he's had forearm inflammation, elbow inflammation, and a groin strain. You saw what happened in 2021 against the Braves in the NLCS. He had to leave that series due to a bicep strain. So, look, the reality with Joe Kelly is, yes, he does get injured. Yes, injuries are always a concern, but at this stage of his career, 35 years old, he still has an elite arm with elite stuff, and he's just nasty. If you look at the numbers he posted last year with the Dodgers, he had a 1.74 ERA, a 1.32 FIP. You look at the strikeout rate, it's at the 47.5, a 47.5 strikeout rate for Joe Kelly. Yes, just 11 appearances, not a huge sample size, but still, last year he was throwing harder than he ever had. He was striking out hitters at a higher clip than he ever had. The whiff rate was up. If you look at the expected FIP, if you look at some of his expected numbers as a whole, they were very, very encouraging. At a 261 expected FIP, a 293 expected ERA. So he's someone that when he's on the mound and he's healthy, he can still provide a lot of value. And you're getting someone back that is going to this franchise because he loves it here. He loves being a Los Angeles Dodger. He's from Southern California. There's murals at the stadium that will be able to stay up because he's going to be back in blue. The Mariachi Joe mural at Dodger Stadium. Dodgers fans love him. And look, you don't bring a player back just because of that, but if he's good, it's definitely icing on the cake. It's definitely the cherry on top, and I think he brings an edge. He brings a personality. There's a lot of young pitchers in this Dodgers organization that he can mentor. He's someone who's a very smart, bright pitcher that knows how this game works in the show, and I definitely think that they can benefit from that being around Joe Kelly. I think last year, just having a more of an edge coming out of the bullpen, because they did right the ship, and Ryan Brazier came along. Evan Phillips was fantastic. And they definitely ride the ship in that bullpen. But having Joe Kelly, someone who we know has stuff that will play up in the postseason, if you can't keep him healthy, bottom line, he can be a high leverage reliever in October. And that's the most important thing. Are you going to get 60 innings out of him, out of the pen? because of injuries? Probably not. Let's just be honest about it. But if you can get 39, 40 innings and he could be a weapon in October, that's the most important thing. So I love the idea of bringing Joe Kelly back. I was all about it from the very beginning. So this to me is absolutely what they should have done this situation. I'm happy to see him back in Dodger blue. I think it made all the sense in the world. Now, the only issue right now is the Dodgers' 40-man roster sits at 41. They are at capacity. They're over capacity right now, 41 on that 40-man. And went through it the other day. I mean, there's a lot of DFA candidates, right? Victor Gonzalez, Ricky Vanasco, those types, Hudson, right? I mean, you could DFA someone, and that's a possibility. But really, I think you have to consider who they're going to trade. Who are the guys they're going to move in deals? Is going to be for a Glasnow, a Burns, a Cease? Will they move a Cartaya, a Bush, a Vargas, players like that, Pepio, Sheehan? I hope not Sheehan, by the way. But, yeah, I mean, the bottom line is there's a lot of players that are on that 40-man roster that could be included in deals for win-now pieces. So, yeah, it's a roster crunch for sure. There's no doubt about it. But, look, they've known this for quite some time. It's not some surprise like, oh, wow, look at this roster. It's all full all of a sudden. No, this Dodgers team, they have been looking at this not for days, weeks, months, for years. They knew what they were up against, and they also knew that they were going to be in the mix with some of the big free agents out there, the Otanis, the Yamamotos, possibly a Giolito, a Lugo, guys like that. So they know that they're going to be acquiring players. And this is a roster that's going to become more veteran savvy. You're going to bring in more win-now pieces, older players, veteran players that are here to compete for World Series titles. And you're going to see them add players via trade, via free agency. They know what they're doing. Like I said, the DFA candidates are there. The trade pieces are there. They can include in deals. And I do think it's interesting that you almost limit yourself to an extent on players you can include. Some of those throw-in guys that aren't on the 40-man roster that can get deals done. So you have to work around that just a little bit. But, yeah, I'm not overly concerned about it. I'm really not. Just something that they're going to have to execute on. And I think they're going to do that via trade and via free agency. So it's just a matter of time. But Joe Kelly is back in Dodger blue. I think it's the right move. I think you're getting a player that could probably get better offers on another team because teams know the kind of stuff he still has at this stage of his career. But, yeah, maybe it's a little bit of a hometown discount, right? He's someone that mentioned the fact that when you're pitching at Dodger Stadium, a team that has World Series aspirations, a team that has 40, 50,000 fans in attendance, it's a different juice, right? It's a different adrenaline level. And I think at this stage of his career, Joe Kelly, someone who's already won a World Series, he's already signed a pretty big deal. He just wants to win. He wants to be a part of a group that can compete for titles. I think it's a great fit. I think it made all the sense in the world. I thought it was going to happen. It did happen, and I'm very excited to see Joe Kelly back in L.A. Just got to keep him healthy. That's the most important thing. Keep him healthy, and he will shove, gives an attitude, has those intangibles. Hey, it made all the sense in the world. Welcome back, Joe Kelly. I will say, though, 17, he has number 17, Shohei Ohtani. I don't care. Joe Kelly better call Ohtani and say, hey, I'll go 27. I'll go wherever you want. That's Matt Kemp's number. But you go any other number right there. But if Ohtani won 17, I don't think Joe Kelly's going to hold up the Dodgers from getting the biggest superstar, the unicorn, Shohei the money, right? I don't think it's going to hinder that at all. So it's going to be very interesting, though. But that's going to do it for this episode of Dodgers Dugout. Let me know down below in the comment section, what is your reaction to L.A. bringing back Joe Kelly to the Dodgers on a one-year deal. We'll do an update when we get the specifics of the contract. I'll check one more time here to see if we have the specifics of the deal. It looks like we do not. But when we do, we will provide an update, absolutely 100%. And this weekend, it's going to be very, very interesting to see if we get some more news on signings, on trades. I will be in Tennessee all next week for the winter meetings, keeping you guys up to date. Buckle up. It's going to get wild. Rest up this weekend because this is not even the appetizer, right? I mean, maybe a little bit of an appetizer so far, but the main course is on the way. But that's going to do it for this episode. My name is Doug McCain. Friends call me D-Mac. You can follow me on X and Instagram at DMac_LA. If you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe to the Dodgers Nation YouTube channel. Do me a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. Hit that like button. And until next time, think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.